Extraordinary beliefs. The video was shot in 2019 from the Navy ship USS Omaha. It was a triangular object hovering above the ocean off San Diego before it appears to crash land in the water. Plus, a recent report on 60 Minutes has renewed the question, who else is out there?
Joining us now is investigative filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, whose website Extraordinary Beliefs posted that video and more like it. He was part of a big 60 Minutes story over the weekend as well. Jeremy, welcome. Thank you for what you do. And talk to us more about that video. Talk to us about the backstory there and what has happened once it's been released.
Yeah, so the U.S. Navy photographed and filmed pyramid-shaped UFOs and spherical advanced transmedium vehicles swarming Navy warships. This is what that video evidence seems to show. I obtained and released this footage over the last month with my mentor in journalism, George Knapp. And look, this information was directly confirmed by the Pentagon. So we are witnessing in these videos true UFOs, unidentified flying objects, now known as UAPs. But it's all the buzz right now, because if we are seeing transmedium vehicles that are propelled through different types of propulsion, our Navy, our military, our intelligence communities, they want to know, but also they need to tell the American public. And that's what we're about to get into with this new report coming out this summer.
Jeremy, what really interests me is the fact that the government is now acknowledging these UFOs. And the one that crashed into the ocean, talk about that, because no wreckage was found, nothing was found. What does that tell you?
So I obtained and released footage that you're seeing of this object going from the air and penetrating that boundary to the water. It is understood within the United States government that this is a transmedium vehicle. If that is true, because they're using these materials to educate our armed services and intelligence communities, that's part of what I released a couple weeks ago, were these non-classified aspects of a classified briefing. So if this is true, and if this is a transmedium vehicle of unknown origin, our military wants to know, but the American people, we have a right to know, we also have a need to know, and we have a duty to find out. So that's why this is an exciting time, because we're having the conversation of physical, tangible objects in our air that fly with impunity through our restricted airspace.
So is your thinking that that's an alien, or that maybe that's Russian intelligence or Chinese intelligence or some other country's military doing this?
Yeah, this is the big question. Who is operating these advanced vehicles that seem to be beyond next generation technology? Our United States government wants to know who is operating these vehicles. That tells you something. And then the question is it an adversarial foreign nation? We won't know those answers until we properly investigate. So that's what we have right now. We have, beholden to us, our intelligence agencies and the Senate Intelligence Committee asking questions. There's a report coming out. So the question is, what are UFOs? What do they represent? Are they from somewhere else, or are they from here on Earth? And the question needs to be answered. So I don't have the answers, but I have the questions. Los Angeles should have the questions as well.
We do. So those that are tracking whatever we're seeing here, how often are they seeing things?
Sometimes every day for years. That's what was released last night when there was the really cool 60 Minutes piece, is that you have pilots, you have American heroes, you have aviators and intelligence individuals who have all sorts of different data systems that are tracking these things on a daily basis. So if the frequency has increased, we need to know why. Look, big questions, hopefully not disturbing answers, but we need to ask the questions in order to get closer to the truth.
Do you believe that there's any chance that we as human beings are the only life in the universe?
I love how you phrased that. That is inverse of how it would have been phrased 10 years ago. There appears to be no statistical data to represent the idea that we are alone in the universe. Are they visiting here, and who are they? We don't know. We need to find out. Is this U.S. Black Project? Probably not. Is this a foreign adversarial nation? Probably not. Then where are these from? So that's the question for our Department of Defense. It is their job to answer us and represent us, and that's what's happening this summer.
So are you part of this report with Congress?
accidentally, I might be part of this report because I've been releasing things for the last month, and I'm not done yet. I've just started.
Are you confident that the U.S. government will be honest with the people when it comes to this issue?
I think that depends on us. I think that we need to demand a level of UFO transparency that is unprecedented till this time. We know we've been lied to. The UFO studies did not stop with Project Blue Book. They continued. We now know 2 of those programs' names, OSAP and ATIP. The question is, what are we going to learn now? We must demand to have transparency about UFOs. This is the biggest story humanity has ever engaged.
So with this issue, where are you hopeful?
I'm hopeful all around. We're living in a different age. This is a unique moment where the stigma has been eradicated, where all of the ridicule is being eradicated. So this is the moment when we can have an open conversation about physical hardware flying through our skies with impunity. This is the time. So I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
Well, if we thought that we just lived through the biggest story of our lifetime with coronavirus, this is a story that would actually be bigger. So
it would. It would. It
2021
UFOs
goes to another level.
The presence has been on planet Earth for a long time. What they are, I don't know. They're unidentified, but I want to find out.
Well, Jeremy, please stay in touch because this is the most interesting story potentially in the history of the world. So we hope
you call me. I'm not staying in touch with anybody.
Back.
You call me.
All right,
got your number, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
much.
right.
Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the JMS, the rule and teach well in the scripture, and salutations to my Akim that are doing this work in truth and faith and all sincerity. Today's lesson is going to be about the UAP/UFOs. These are the chariots of the Most High. These are the angelic forces that are monitoring the world and the inhabitants thereof. Okay? Their job is to report to the Most High. The job is to report to Yahweh Shai and to do the bidding and the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is what they were created for. This is their duty. Okay? These are actually war angels that you see covered in the vehicles called UFOs that the public deems UFOs or UAPs. Okay? So we have to understand and know that, okay, the Most High does things in heaven, and the reflection of the things should be on earth, and this is for an appointed time. Okay, and so, you know, without further ado, let's get into the script. This is Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 16. Okay, the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And so the beryl, the color beryl means the color green. All right. And they had one likeness, and the appearance of their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. And when they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. Okay, so there's immense power in these vehicles. Okay, they cannot be destroyed. Okay, they do not run out of gas. They do not need maintenance. Okay, they do not need tune-ups, upkeep of any sort. Okay, these are spiritual vehicles. Okay, they're spiritual beings riding these spiritual vehicles. Okay, so they totally defy gravity, and they totally defy any of the laws of man or the laws of this world. Okay, so knowing that they can disappear, reappear, okay, they have the, what's considered a wheel within the wheel, lights, they go inside the sun, and basically they have no limitations as far as gravity or as far as the laws of the universe. They totally defy that. Why? Because the Most High gave them that authority to. And this is just what it is. Okay? So, this is what we ought to understand and know, that the deliverance of the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans, are going to be from these spiritual vehicles. Okay? They're going to be our deliverance at the time of the destruction of the place known as Babylon, aka America. So let's understand and know that, okay, the Lord will deliver the elect, okay, out the clutches of Esau, Edom, the 2/3, and the heathen nations. Okay, so let that be understood. And so, that's just spiritual lesson dealing with UAPs / UFOs. Okay, UAPs are unidentified aerial phenomenon, if I'm not mistaken. UFOs, of course, everybody knows that, unidentified flying object. And knowing that these are the vehicles of the Lord. So this is the lesson, Lord willing. This lesson is edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash, and double honors to the men of Great Millstone, okay, that were given the sanction to wake up the house of Israel. Okay? And with that, Shalom.